All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia from the Chicago camp. Coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this is not going to be long. Short. But the inspiration from this was a video on TikTok, and it's called a beard prank. And you got these guys, they got these beards, and they're shaving them off, and their women, their girlfriends, wives, however you choose to name it, their significant other, you know, they bugging out. But in actuality, it's a righteous response, you know. So we'll let this video play, and we'll get some scripture. Like I said, it's not going to be a long one.
My wife has never seen me without facial hair.
I'm so fragile and tired. Why would you do this to me? Oh my
God. No. No. Go away. Oh my God. You water boy. Just
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm not going out with you looking like that.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Why? This is my face.
Yeah.
See, those are actually righteous responses. Okay, because the Lord said that, you know, having a beard is a manly thing to do. All right, it's like a man's makeup, if you want to call it. Okay, the beard is a symbol of manliness. You know, it tells your age, or a rough guesstimate. You know, when somebody doesn't have facial hair, you can guess that there may be anywhere between 0 and maybe 14, 15. And then when you start seeing some hair, you can tell, all right, they might be like 16, 17, or 16 to 18, or 16 to 19. And then when they have a full grown beard, you can say that's a young guy. He's in his 20s. Then when you see some white hair here and there, all right, late 30s, maybe 40s. Full white beard, I know that's a grown man. Just on the beard. You know, the beard is a mighty thing. This is what the Lord has to say about this. Real quick. Leviticus 19 and 27. I'm going to get 21 too. It says, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beards. And then 21 and 5 says that they shall... Actually, let me start at 4. It says, but he shall not defile himself, being a chief man among his people, to profane himself, I mean, outside the temple. It says, they shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. Okay, so the beard is a very manly thing to have. When you go to, what's that Psalm where it talks about Aaron? we gonna see how mighty Aaron's beard was. Yep, Psalm 133, and I'm gonna start at the first verse and go to this too. It says, a song of degrees of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. And this is how good it is that a man, that this is the comparison of the unity and bond amongst brethren of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This is the comparison. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard that went down to the skirts of his garment. Let's look up that word, skirts. We're going to go to Psalm 133. Okay, definition E, extremity, end. So it went down to the very end of Aaron's garment. And we all know what an ancient garment looks like. Look at our garments. Our garments go all the way down, almost touching our ankles. So Aaron's beard went from his face pretty much down to his ankles. So having a beard is a beautiful thing. Granted, we in Esau's kingdom, so he designs a lot of things that compel men to have to shave their beards. But contrary to that, or despite that, I should say, the Lord still says that having a beard is a very mighty thing. Okay? And even when you read the Bible, we all know what I'm going to get. It's the story of King David. All right? Because we going to show you how mighty the beard is and how serious the Lord takes it. Because you have to remember, David was a man after excuse me. Man. Excuse me. Man, this stuff is going around. We have to remember that David was a man after the Lord's own heart. Chronicles 19:1. And it says, now it came to pass after this that Nahash, the king of the children of Ammon, died, and his sons reigned in his stead. And David said, I will show kindness unto Hanan, the son of Nahash, because his father showed kindness to me. Because you remember, David was on the run for quite some time from his son and other enemies. And it says, and David sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father. So the servants of David came into the land of the children of Ammon to Hanan to comfort him. But the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanan, thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Are not his servants come unto thee for to search and to overthrow and to spy out the land? So this king was getting bad advice from his fellow kinsmen, the other princes. Okay, they got in his ear telling him that, no, David want to spy on you so he can take your land. And he believed it. So this is what happens. Wherefore Hanan took David's servants and shaved them and cut off their garments in the midst, hard by their buttocks, and sent them away. So he shaved off a portion of the beard, and he cut their garments in a way where you could see their nakedness. It says, then there went certain and told David how the men were served, basically how they were treated, and he sent to meet them, for the men were greatly ashamed. They were greatly ashamed because they walking out with their privates, their manliness showing, and then they got their beards messed up. Okay, this is why they're ashamed. And it says, and the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. So when David saw these guys, he's like, oh man, damn, for real? This is how he treated you guys? He said, David was just like, just go. Just go. Fall back, chill out, wait till your beard grows back, and then basically just come holler at me. This was the result of such a thing. And when the children of Ammon saw that they had made themselves odious to David, Hanun and the children of Ammon sent 1,000 talents of silver to hire them chariots and horsemen out of Mesopotamia and out of Syria, Mahak, and out of Zobah. So they hired 30 and 2,000 chariots, and the king of Mahah and his people, who came and pitched before Medeba, and the children of Ammon gathered themselves together from their cities and came to battle. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array before the gate of the city, and the kings that were come were by themselves in the field. Now when Joab saw that the battle was set against him before and behind, he chose out of all the choice of Israel and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered into the hand of the Abishai and his brother, and they set themselves in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, if the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will help thee. Let me scroll down. Verse 17, it says, and it was told David, and he gathered all Israel and passed over Jordan and came upon them and set the battle in array against them. So when David had put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him, but the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew of the Syrians 7,000 men, which fought in chariots, and 40,000 footmen, and killed Shophat, the captain of the host. And when the servants of Hadarezer saw that they were put to the worst before Israel, they made peace with David and became his servants. Neither would the Syrians help the children of Ammon anymore. So this is the importance of a beard, that the king, our mighty King David, said, no, you're not just going to do that to my men. You're not going to spit on my kindness and embarrass my men. No, we got to go fight. And as you just read, King David whooped their ass horribly and became his servants. This is how important a beard is. This is how the Lord sees what this is how the Lord sees the importance of a beard. Like I said, when you see this video, the reaction of these guys' significant others, it was a very righteous reaction. They were just like, no, get away from me. That's a righteous reaction, because a man is not supposed to be looking booty face. He is supposed to have a beard. And that's really it. Like I said, I didn't want to make this long, but nonetheless, I hope you all were edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.